I even have my clap sync board. This is a momentous occasion in the history of book Reshorts.
That you don't have it?
I don't have it with me because I'm in a different place.
Oh, how dare you.
To clap like a normal human being.
Like some pleb.
Wish me luck, Sam.
You'll need it. Hello and welcome to Book Reshorts.
Woohoo!
The Book Reshorts short podcast for when Danielle and I need a break, which we do because the holidays are coming up.
Sometimes we just have a good idea for a short, Sam. It's just not always because we need a break.
It's usually we need a break. Like, well, we have this idea, let's put it together.
We do have some good ideas for shorts that we're just waiting to put in there.
We bank them. So we are gearing up for our holiday schedule, which involves our winter bazaar of alternating weeks of episodes, alternating with our short episodes. So to get us psyched for that, we're going to be doing 2 shorts for the end of November. Aren't you lucky?
Woohoo! Woo, woo, woo.
So slide those bad boys on and get your legs some sun, because it's shorts time.
Did you write that down ahead of time?
No, but I thought about it in the shower this morning where I do all my best thinking.
That was a good one.
It's a good one.
Good job.
I almost forgot about it until just now.
I'm glad you didn't, because that was solid.
So what I have for you today, Danielle, is a little game we're going to play. A game you know nothing about, which is the best kind of game.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm calling this game, We Know Your Thoughts, but What Do They Think?
Okay.
Or just what do they think for short. So what I'll be doing, Danielle, is I've spent whole minutes searching the internet for reviews of media we have done.
Uh-huh.
I have edited those reviews to remove any identifying information from them, and I'll read you those reviews, and you'll tell me which media piece they belong to.
So they could be from anything in our entire catalog, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, gosh. Okay. We've only done like 65 episodes or something. I'm sure this will be super easy.
I don't think it'll be that difficult for some of these. I mean, most of them, I think, they give something away.
This is going to be amazing, everybody. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Feel free to play along.
I guess you play along at home if you want to. So the first review says, never quite as funny as it could have been. This media is nevertheless far too genial to dislike. Proving he's well on the road from kiddie star to adult actor, this actor puts on a seriously effective charm offensive, while the director piles on the gags. By aiming at a slightly older audience, it occasionally gets risque, packaging this other actor in a selection of Liz Hurley-style catsuits to keep boys of a certain age amused during the slow bits. It's a clever tactic, but it misses the point.
Liz Hurley-style catsuits.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I bet they were really proud of themselves when they wrote that down on paper.
I'm proud of that one too, and I didn't even write it. And this was actually by Jamie Russell of BBC Films.
Okay. Is it...
I can read it again if you need to.
No, is it...
I can also provide hints.
Oh my gosh.
You get 1 hint per
Let
thing.
me guess
but you
first.
will lose points. No, you will lose points if you use a hint.
Let me guess, and then if it's wrong, you give me a hint. Is it the one... Because you know that I can't remember titles of things. Is it the one with
not my
Frankie
problem.
Muniz and Hilary Duff?
What's the name of it?
Spy. They're spy. He's a spy. She's not.
This is the best part of the game. Is you just try to remember the name of things. I'm not telling you whether it's right or wrong until you name it.
This is terrible. I'm sorry. I can't remember. The pressure. It's the pressure. You know I'm not good with stuff like this.
Okay, I'll give you the first word.
Is it like
Agent.
Oh, Agent Cody Banks.
Agent Cody Banks. That is correct, Danielle. See? Not so hard.
I got like a third of a point off, but I did it, everybody.
You did it, Danielle. Amazing. Amazing work.
I kept thinking spy, and I knew that was wrong, and it was throwing me off.
All right, Danielle. So that's one you've gotten so far with a little bit of help.
I appreciate it.
All right, the next one. Here we go. This writer has brewed a potent dose of comic fantasy, bubbling over with clever wordplay and slapstick incidents and spiked with verse. Although the prose is not always graceful nor idiomatic, sheer momentum and the raw power of this writer's inventiveness are sufficient to carry readers all the way through this extravaganza.
Okay, so it's obviously a book.
Yes, this was actually an uncredited review from Publishers Weekly, so...
Okay, so a book...
Some of these are very hard to find reviews for, I'll be honest.
And I think it's, the guy who wrote Neverending Story.
Oh my gosh, Danielle. I expect you'll get all of these, actually, because I tried to be, like, specific with my review, so they weren't just general, but I think I'll get them all. But seeing you try to guess the names is the best part.
This shows our audience what I'm truly like. And it's...
what's the name of the author who wrote The Neverending Story? Let's start there, even.
Michael End.
There you go.
And it's a lotion potion. Motion potion.
Lotion
potion. Potions of motions.
Night of Wishes, Danielle.
Night of Wishes. Oh, my Sam, I was almost there.
You were not almost there. You were going on the second alcoholic notion potion.
But I said night right before you said night, and I might have gotten it, Sam. You didn't even give me a chance.
Oh, I gave you plenty of chance. I think the record will show.
And the record will also show I did say night before he said night. Everybody, I said night before he said night.
Oh, don't say that to the person editing this, Danielle, because I will change that timeline.
I don't care what the editing says. I said it before he did.
All right, Danielle, that's 2. Very good. Like I said, I expect you'll get all of these because it's no fun if they're not specific. But
you just knew I wouldn't remember the titles. I didn't remember the author. I should get points for that.
I'll give you half a point off the points you lost for not getting the title.
Thanks, I guess.
All right. So the next one. This one is by Sandra Hall of the Sydney Morning Herald. This one says, the supporting cast is full of Australians, the most normal of whom is Ben Mendelsohn, which I think is just a great line.
Now I'm trying to remember a movie with Ben Mendelsohn in it.
Right. Here, the experience is rather like watching an intricately arranged set of dominoes starting to topple. That's neat. I didn't see that one coming, you think, as yet another train carriage joins the pile-up. Admittedly, this actor is in the midst of it all, but they don't exactly invite your sympathy, possibly because they like to position themselves where they can do the least good. We've also seen it all before. The market in bleak futures has never been more competitive, and this one's a grab bag of borrowing from all the old familiars.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Ben Mendelsohn threw me off because I don't remember a single thing with Ben Mendelsohn in it.
This one might be tricky, Daniel. I don't think it'll stump you. I think you'll get there, but this is a tricky one.
Is it the Mad Max one? No, what is the
Beyond Thunderdome?
Oh, Sam, you didn't even give me a chance.
Because you're wrong. It's not that one.
It doesn't matter. I'm still supposed to try and guess it.
Okay, sorry.
Well, that's how they're Australian. Ben Mendelsohn might have been in that somewhere.
It's very possible. But he's the most normal, which would create a love outline.
Another one with Australians. Are they actually Australian in the movie?
That'd be a hint, Danielle. Do you want to exercise your hint?
No, let me think. It's just very hard without a list of all of our titles that we've done.
I know. I'm really stretching your old memory.
It's not the dragon one, right?
Which one?
The dragon one? Not Dragonheart?
I know. Which one?
We only had one dragon one.
We didn't do Dragonheart.
No, we didn't. I said not Dragonheart.
Yeah, what's the name of it? You got mad at me for telling you the title earlier, Danielle, so you got to earn this one.
It is called Dragons in Space. Dragons.
Nope.
Gosh.
Christian Bale with dragons. Is not in the title.
I know. Christian Bale with dragons.
I'll give you a hint. It's a pun.
It's a pun?
It's a pun. The title's a pun.
Fire something? Something with fire?
Close. Fire's in there.
Oh, gosh. Why am I so bad at this?
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire. Oh, God. I never would have gotten there.
Get the pun? Rain? No, it's not that movie. No.
I didn't think so after all of that.
Well, that's why I told you Mad Max right away.
I don't know, Sam. But yeah, I need a hint. Call a friend.
This was our first film with this actor.
With Ben Mendelsohn?
It was momentous.
First film with this actor.
A very specific actor.
But it wasn't
not Ben Mendelsohn.
But it wasn't Sandra Bullock.
No, not Sandra Bullock.
First film with this actor. Did we have multiple films with the same actor?
Not yet.
So we've only had the one film with that actor.
Yeah. You're going to hate me when I tell you.
Yeah, I totally am.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds, Danielle.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Was it very early in our catalog or later on?
Later on. More hints.
I'm trying my best, Sam.
Time's up.
What is it?
This is the Nicolas Cage film.
Oh my gosh. Ben Mendelsohn's in that?
Knowing. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn plays his friend, his professor friend.
Oh, yeah, I didn't remember that at all. Were they really Australians?
Apparently, this was an Australian-produced movie, which I did not know, but a lot of the extras are Australian.
Like, that really threw me off. Those were too many clues.
That was a red herring. I had to put one in there.
That was really difficult. I'm sorry, everybody. I tried my best.
No, look, you had 2 out of 3 so far, Danielle, with 3 more to go.
Okay, let's do it.
Halfway through. You're doing very well.
I appreciate the support there.
So, our next one is from Samantha Nelson of the AV Club. The tension between self-awareness and self-indulgence runs throughout this sequel. As the writer makes it clear they've read plenty of the criticism leveled at their first attempt and clumsily tries to address it. This media suffers from the same problems as the later Harry Potter books, in that it only follows the perspective of the chosen one, while potentially more compelling characters and plots function in the background. There's certainly some fun to be had, but segments of the book are needlessly repetitive or dry, as the writer seems more concerned with explaining how everything works than telling a good story.
Okay, so it's a book, and it was a sequel. Was it, Jodie Smith?
Nope.
Really?
Not that one, but what's the name of that one? I really want to hear, you should know this one. You say the...
Starlight Barking. Starlight Barking.
There it is. Yeah, you got it. I knew you, because you say that phrase all the time.
What are the titles, everybody?
Yeah, but it was the wrong title, Danielle. I'm sorry to say.
No, but that was a good guess, though.
A book that suffers from the same problem as the latter Harry Potter books. I don't think I...
Following the Chosen One. Well, that story's a very questionable plotline.
It's true. I can add a hint by adding a bit more to one of the sentences from the review.
Trying to go through my sequels in my head. Give me a second. Book sequel. Did we do other book sequels? We haven't done that many sequels.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was a good clue.
It is a great clue. It's just, hard to remember 70 things that we've recorded. Plus all the shorts and Patreon bonus episodes. We have a Patreon, everybody.
Yeah, check out the Patreon. This wouldn't be in the shorts, Danielle. These are all full episodes we've done.
I know, but I'm talking about all the things we've ever recorded.
Fair.
It's a lot of media. All right, give me a clue.
All right, so I said the last sentence, there's more. So it says the writer seems more concerned with explaining how everything works and sharing trivia than telling a good story.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I did that.
Yeah.
And it is...
What's the name of it?
It's a great question. Ready Player 2.
Ready Player 2.
That did actually help, depressingly.
Yeah, it's a good hint. I figured you'd get it. So there you go. Ready Player 2 from the AV Club.
Yes. Ready Player 2. Actually, I was just thinking about that the other day. I can't believe I didn't get there faster.
I know. It's great. Oh, man. Okay. Here we go. You're doing very well. You got 3 out of 4 so far.
All right. Sort of. With hints.
With hints. But, no one's perfect. All right, here we go. This is from Mark Savlov of the Austin Chronicle. Produced by a quartet of sibling MDs from Denver. What the? Okay. It sounds ridiculous, and rest assured, it is. Borrowing heavily from a plethora of Jim Henson properties, this movie fails miserably on all counts, stealing all the wrong bits and wallowing in a thick, swampy porridge of cliches. As a parody, it's not half bad, but I hardly think that's what the director was going for here. Lackluster sets that look as though they've been cobbled together from Ewok leftovers, stilted acting, and just plain boring melees. Nevertheless, the director gives it his best, trying mightily to make anything worth our interest. It's all for naught, though. Apart from this actor's just plain bizarre turn as the cross-dressing villain, I'm thinking William Shatner was his dialogue coach, this movie has little going for it.
It's the one with the death whirlpool. It is. Kangaroo people. It's purple. It's, oh gosh.
I will give you extra points if you get this title without any help from me.
Okay, let me think. I'm so close.
Death purple whirlpool.
It is. It's exactly the plot of that. The boy jumps
into whirlpool.
He accidentally jumps into the whirlpool. He gets sent to the alternate dimension world, whatever. The guy at the restaurant doesn't have.
You remember this movie very well for not knowing his title.
The guy at the restaurant doesn't actually play a role, plays a role he gives in the book and then disappears, and it doesn't matter that he ever gave the book.
Retell us the entire plot. Do the episode again, Danielle, because that'd be great.
I remember this movie. I just am trying to recall. It's the bad guy who has he's eating scenery everywhere he goes.
Yeah, love him.
Oh.
I thought that'd be a giveaway because he's great.
Gosh, what is that called?
I have to give you 10 seconds, Danielle.
Okay. It's not coming to me. I can see the cover of the movie and I cannot remember the name of it.
All right, out of time. I'll give you the last word. Shall I?
Sure.
Virtue.
Warriors of virtue. I forgot
there
they were
you
warriors.
go.
All I can remember was kangaroo people.
All right, Danielle, you're doing very well so far. We're on to our... not in terms of titles, but in terms of actually finding the right media and then telling me everything about it but the title. Yes.
Well, that's what we do around here.
All right. Your final review is Mick LaSalle of the SF Gate, San Francisco Gate, has this to say. This is a scary film that could have been terrifying, but for something slightly earnest and plotting in the director's attack. A dreamlike trap in the funhouse quality seems to be called for, but aside from a slightly overwrought sequence, the director gives no sense of a world closing in, just individual nasty people. All the same, this film is tense and inventive. By the middle, it seems impossible that our main character can get out of the trap, but the director finds ingenious ways for them to maneuver, ways that are exciting and satisfying without being too far-fetched.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm assuming it's a horror. It could be... That's kind of a generic, no offense to that summary, is kind of a generic plotline to all horror movies ever.
I know. This one, I edited it down quite a bit because there's a lot going into this one. I'd say it for last because I thought it'd be the hardest.
Okay. It could be House of Wax, sort of, in that they're trapped at the end.
It is not House of Wax, although you remember the title.
I did.
First try, so good job.
I mean, to be fair, it's about a House of Wax. It could be In the Tall Grass. It could be... What other ones have we done that have people trapped in things?
All right, Danielle, you need to come up with something.
I'm trying, Sam.
Do you need a hint?
Yeah, only because there's literally all of them, Sam. They're all trapped in something trying to get out.
All right, this is going to give it away immediately.
Want me to just throw out other titles before we get there?
You know what? I'll give you a partial clue first.
Okay.
This is a movie from the 90s.
The 90s?
90s.
Did we just do it?
That's another hint, Danielle.
A movie from the 90s. Was it one of yours or one of mine?
Also another hint, Danielle.
Well, so we're at the very last one, Sam.
All right. This is one of yours.
Of course it is.
This was another introduction of a very prominent actor.
That wasn't an introduction. We did one before then.
What?
Nothing. Is it a horror?
No, it's not a horror movie.
The Net?
The Net.
You know what? The Net's kind of a horror. We did discuss how, like, if your entire identity was taken away and you no longer existed, that would be terrifying.
We did. Well, Danielle, there you go. You have just finished. But what did they think?
I'm impressed.
And you have done very well for a very challenging game. I didn't realize the most challenging part of this would be just remembering the names of the things we've done.
Because you just didn't think it through. Like, what does Danielle have the most trouble with? And you know why? Because this podcast is a whole lot like reading a book on your Kindle. If you don't get the cover, you don't see the cover like every single time you open the book. So you just like say the thing, you talk about the thing, and then you never think about it ever again. Yeah, well, I still think you had a remarkably good run. I'm not sure I would have been able to pick out all those pieces of media from those reviews. And so you did very well. I'll give it 4.5, 5 out of 6. Oh,
so
thank you.
That's a winning score.
I should get some bonus points for being able to remember like most of the horror titles. Because would you like some more? I have a bunch more I could do for horror titles.
There are no bonus points for extra information, but thank you for playing, Danielle.
Like, cut it off. Stop talking.
All right. We are out of time. We'd like to thank our sponsors, people who write reviews, for creating the reviews that we used in this episode. And if you have an opinion on movies,
or a review you'd like to give us,
yeah, send it our way. And hopefully we can play this again in the future. So if you want to send us one of your reviews, you can do so at bookretorts.com.
You can also tweet, Instagram, or Facebook us at bookretorts.
And if you like what we do and want to support us a bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bookretorts. We have extras for you.
We have extras, and they're better than me not remembering the titles.
I mean, that was pretty great. I don't know how you're going to beat that. Well, until next time then, bye.
Take care, everybody.
You did pretty well.
Oh my gosh, that was really hard. I just like everything in me wanted to secretly pull up the titles of our stuff.
The titles.